Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha and I am a home daycare provider, which basically means I provide daycare out of my home for families in my community. Today, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry for my absence. The holidays were crazy. And I also have kind of a big project coming up with my daycare. I am expanding, which is so exciting. I'm actually moving my daycare from the current space. If you haven't seen my current space, go watch that video. I will link it down below. But I'm expanding from that space up into my living and dining room area. We've had some changes in our home and I need more space. And after looking at my home and deciding on kind of what we need, that seems to be the best space for us. We don't spend a whole lot of time in that area. So my current playroom is going to turn into our living room or our family room. It has the fireplace and I think it's just going to be a really nice area for us. And then my daycare is going to move up front. That way parents can just walk in and everything's right there. There's going to be a gate so I don't have parents walking through my house with dirty shoes and all those sort of things. So I am going to take you guys along on that process. I am just not quite there yet. I am still in the planning and prepping phase. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm still in the planning and prepping phase and I'm not quite ready to purchase anything or make that step. So as I do that, I will take you guys along and show you what I do. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about curriculum. I have gotten a million questions about how I do my curriculum. And so I just kind of wanted to share it with you briefly. I don't want this to be a super long video, but I just kind of want to give you some ideas on how I prep curriculum. So let's get started. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is look at your group. So I have a fairly young group. If you had an older group, you may be able to do way more than what I can do. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I love my group, but right now my kids are young. I have all 2 and under. My daughter's almost 3, but basically 2 and under at this point. And, you know, their capabilities and their skills are not as great as like a 3, 4, and 5-year-old. So, you know, things will change and I will add some kind of more difficult things as they get older. But right now my group is super young. So, what I do is I sat down at the beginning of this year and I planned my entire year's themes by the week. So I will show you what that looks like. I ended up putting it on a curriculum map. And this does have my daycare name on it, but I'm just going to let it be. I think a lot of you guys have emailed me, so you know my daycare name. I'm not going to make it a big deal. So this is what my curriculum map looks like. And I created this on my own in PowerPoint. And essentially I just went through the whole year, went through my whole calendar, holidays, all those things. And I created a curriculum map. So like this month, we're going to learn basically all about winter, but there's a lot of different sections. So we're learning about winter, snow, snowmen. This week, we're going to learn about penguins. And next week, we're going to learn about Arctic animals. And then from there, you know, I kind of built off of that. So this is my curriculum map. This is all my curriculum from the year. So when I go to plan my weeks, I will take my theme and I usually go to Pinterest because why not? And what I'm looking for are 3 different sections. So like I said, my group is very young, so I can't do a whole lot. I mean, a lot of our day is just playing. You know, they have a nap, they have snacks, so there's not a whole lot of time for curriculum. So I focus on 3 main things, which are circle time. So I incorporate music and movement and, you know, kind of group skills, things that we can do together, learning our alphabet and things like that. So I always try to find something for morning circle, an activity that pertains to our theme for the week. And now morning circle may not even take place in the morning. It may not take place till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. It just depends on how my group's doing that morning. And then I always try to find an art activity or a craft. I do like a focused craft 3 days a week. Sometimes I do it more. It really just depends on my group and how they're doing that day. I don't ever force it. I don't ever pressure it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not a big deal. So I try to do a craft Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday is free art, which just basically means I give them materials and let them do whatever they want. And then I focus on fine motor, which are, those are skills that they really need. Holding a pencil, holding a crayon. We do a lot of Play-Doh. We do, tweezers and graspers and things like that. So I do fine motor skills like 3 days a week. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, we will do a sensory bin. So those are the 3 things that I really focus on when I go to plan. Now, like I said, as my kids get older, I will expand on that, and we're going to add, probably math and more science things and, stuff that they understand. Now, these things they get, and I can, in fine motor, last week we did snowball counting. So they took their little tweezers and they took their snowball and they put it in. So that incorporated math and fine motor. So you can kind of incorporate the different areas of learning into these 3 categories, or you can expand on that. So this is my lesson plan template. Again, I created this on PowerPoint. I just have my theme. This was last week. My theme was snowmen. My week was the 3rd week of January, and then the month was January. And then I have morning circle, arts and crafts, and fine motor. So I write all of my morning stuff here. It could be a book that I'm going to read. It could be a Teachers Pay Teachers Center that I'm going to do, a song that I found, a matching game, something like that. We just do something as a whole group. And then here I write all of my art activities. I try to keep them pretty simple because they are 2 and under. And usually what ends up happening is they do some of it and then I end up finishing it. And that's just because their skill level is not quite there just yet. So last week we did puffy paint snowmen. So they did all the puffy paint, and then my older 2 were able to kind of glue their snowman pieces on. But for my younger ones, I had to do it for them. We did a snowman name, and I really had to help them with that because none of them know how to spell their name yet. And that was probably a little more advanced than they were ready for. They're still cute. They still enjoyed them. They got some fine motor. They were gluing, they were cutting, they were coloring, they were doing all those fun things. And then down here, I just put my fine motor. So we did build a snowman, we did a snowball counting tray, and then we are working on All About Me books. And those are really for my older 2. My 2-2-year-olds, they are working on those, and my younger ones are not because they're not ready for that. And then Tuesday, Thursday, we work on our sensory bins, or we plan our sensory bins. So basically, I get my ideas from Pinterest or previous activities that I have done when I was a 3s teacher or in my old daycare, or things that I've seen other people do. I kind of just work off of that, and I go through and I plan out a month at a time. So I get my lesson plan templates all ready, and I go through and I did it a couple of Sundays ago. I just sat at my computer and I planned out a month at a time, printed off my materials, laminated, cut, prep, did everything I needed to do in 1 to 2 days. I think it took 2 Sundays to do it. But I get all of it done at once, and then to store them, I use these little plastic sleeves. They have a little button on them. I got these a year ago at the Dollar Tree, and I didn't know what to do with them. I had planned on doing this, but I just didn't ever do it. I don't know why. So basically I take my materials. This is from Teachers Pay Teachers. I get a ton of my stuff from Teachers Pay Teachers. If you are not familiar with them, go to their website, sign up. If you purchase things, make sure you leave feedback. If you leave feedback, they will credit you. They will give you credit points or whatever. And as you add those up, you can use those for future purchases. So I think 50 points is like $2.50, 100 points is $5, so on and so forth. So you can use those towards future purchases. They are phenomenal. There are tons of resources. It really takes the guesswork out of curriculum planning and creating your own materials. I do still create some of my own materials, but really like somebody's already done the hard work for you, so why do you need to do it? I mean, if they've done it and they're teachers and the resources are phenomenal and they're very inexpensive. I got a whole like winter packet for like $6.50. And really all you do is print and laminate and execute. So go on there. They're just awesome. And then the other resource that I use is called Tot School. You can search them on Pinterest, you can search them on Google, and I will link them down below. I will also link Teachers Pay Teachers down below. And I get majority of my stuff from them. So anyways, I put, for instance, this particular thing was about snow clothes. So I don't know if you guys can see, it kind of gives you the activity, the song, and then I double-sided it and I put the song on the back. And then it gives you the pieces to it. And so I just laminate everything cut and I put it in this little pouch, and I keep these on a shelf in my playroom. And I keep them in a little basket. Sorry for all the noise. I keep them in a little basket. It looks like this, and these are all my materials for the month, kept in a little basket. So when I need something, I can go very quickly go in and grab it and be done. I also use these for my art activities. So like we're doing a dot marker thing. I created this one on PowerPoint. So I just stick those in there, and then as I need them, I can go in and grab. And if we don't use all of the materials for art, I just stick them back in the little pouch. Like we had a leftover snowflake, I stick them back in the little pouch. And then when I am done with the month of January, all this is going to go in a January tote and be put in my garage. That way next year, I have all these materials already ready for me and I don't have to remake it. So all my lesson plans, my binder, everything's gonna go in the January tote for next year. So then I wanted to quickly show you guys, I have this binder. You guys have seen this before in a previous video. This is my January binder. There's not really much, I don't think there's anything in it right now, but basically any correspondence, any like my newsletter, my calendar, any parent correspondence, any like letters that I have sent out, any parties, any special things that we did, I will put it in here. And I usually do like monthly info, so like newsletters, things like that, parent correspondence, whatever. And I just place them in these little sleeves. I got these at Staples a long time ago. And that is what I do. And then this binder will go into the tote at the end of the month. So that is how I keep all of my curriculum organized. Any materials that I don't use, like I said, is going to go into a tote. This is a new system that I'm starting, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that it works well. I would say, you know, people are like, how do you plan? How do you do it? Go online, because there are tons of teachers out there that are doing their thing. There are tons of daycare providers, homeschool moms that are doing it. They have lesson plans already ready. They have materials already ready for you to print. They have shopping lists. They have all these things. So I am not like some creative genius that is able to, you know, lesson plan without any assistance. I just don't. I go to other people and I really build off of what they have. And then I would just say, you know, make sure that whatever you're planning is appropriate for your group and that you're flexible. Some days I don't get to anything. Some days we just play, and that's just what we do all day. And you know, they enjoy that. Some days you just have to be lazy and relax and just let them play. and really understand that the curriculum is not their main source of learning. While that is wonderful and it will help them prepare for school, there are so many other aspects throughout your day that are just as important. You know, mealtime, learning our manners, and learning you know, how to follow directions, and being exposed to colorful, healthy foods. Those things are important. When they're playing, social skills, teaching them how to say please and thank you, teaching them how to solve problems, teaching them how to share with their friends or ask for something, teaching them how to put blocks into a little container. Like, all of those things are great skills, and people view it as just playing, but really they're learning a lot whenever you're just playing with them. So make sure that you are not so focused on curriculum that you forget about the play, because the play is super important. And I would say for the ages that we are really teaching and that we are really accepting into our daycare, play is the number one teacher, and their peers are their number one teachers. We can sit all day and try to teach them the alphabet, or their numbers or whatever, but really they pick up a lot from their peers, and they pick up a lot whenever they're playing. So, you know, use those play opportunities to teach them. If you see them playing with cars, say, hey, can we line up the cars? Can you count the cars? Oh, what color is that car? Oh, what shape are the wheels on that car? Do you think they're a circle, or do you think they're a square? What do you think? Like, just build on those opportunities rather than, you know, expecting 2-year-olds to sit at a table and do curriculum, because a lot of times that's not going to happen, and really they're not getting a whole lot from that. So try to make it fun, try to keep their bodies moving, and build off of the play. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this video was helpful. If you would like to, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get out as many videos as possible. You guys just bear with me as I kind of go through this change in my daycare. I am going to take you guys along for the journey, so stick around. We're going to expand, and we're going to try and give you guys some ideas on how you can work with an even bigger space. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will have a couple of videos out for you guys this week, I promise. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.